Hey, in this video, I'm going to show you how to find the perfect fit SBA lender for your food truck business. The SBA has released 30 years worth of SBA loan data. It was so much data, it came in like 4 different Excel files, millions of rows of data, of SBA loan data. And what we did is we took this publicly available data and we got it into this tool that now allows us to slice and dice the data and analyze it in a whole bunch of different ways. And ultimately, it's going to allow us to narrow down and find the SBA lenders that are the perfect fit for your unique situation. So if you're a food truck in Ohio that's a startup, we're going to be able to find the perfect SBA lender, the lender that's done the most of those types of loans in the past, so that you know where to go to find a good lender. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Initially you might be thinking, is this really that hard? Why don't we just get a list of the top SBA lenders and go down the list until we find a lender in our area and start with the lender that does the most SBA loans in total? And that would be a reasonable strategy. In fact, I spent 10 years as the executive director of an SBA loan program. And when we had clients that reached out that were outside of our lending area and they asked me how to find an SBA lender in their area, that's what I often told them. I said, just go grab the list. SBA publishes the top SBA lender list, grab that list and just go down the list until you find one in your area. And that's probably your best bet. And now I know I probably sent a bunch of people on a wild goose chase, because the fact of the matter is that SBA lenders specialize. Certain lenders like certain types of industries. Some may only like to work with existing businesses. They don't want to work with startups, or some really like business acquisitions, but no loans in the food truck industry or the restaurant industry. And so what we're doing with this tool is allowing you to narrow down for your unique situation and find the lenders that have made the most loans for businesses that look like yours. So I'm going to show you how to use the tool. We're going to put a link in the description of the video below so that you can go click that link and come to this dashboard yourself and do this filtering and sorting yourself. So I'm going to show you how it works. Okay, so to start with here, we have kind of no sorting or filtering done. This is just all the SBA loan data over the last 5.5 years. We narrowed it down to the last 5.5 years worth of data. And what we can see here to start with is that Huntington National Bank is by far the top SBA lender in the country, with nearly double the SBA loans approved compared to the next closest competitor. Now, we're going to look though, we're going to start by going to industry. We're going to type in food trucks, and then we'll select only. And so now what we can see is that Huntington National Bank is still the top SBA lender for the food truck industry. Now it's a little bit closer, 86 loans compared to US Bank is in a close second there. But now let's filter this even a little bit more. So let's say we wanted to look at specifically food truck startups. So we can select this option here. So in business age, you're going to see a few different options. You'll see change of ownership, which means that's a business acquisition loan. That means that the loan helped change the ownership, or it was for the change of ownership. So that's an acquisition. You can see an existing business more than 2 years old, a new business, but it's not a startup. It's not a brand new startup, but it is a young business, less than 2 years old. And then a startup where the loan funds will be used to open the business. So let's look specifically at startups here. And what we'll see, still Huntington National Bank is top of the list. Now let's change this and let's look at change of ownership instead. Okay, so for a food truck acquisition loan, we see that Huntington National Bank doesn't even show up on the list here. It looks like there's not a whole lot of lenders, not a whole lot of activity in food truck acquisition loans. Let's sort one more time. And what I want to do now is show you how this can really change by state. So let's take a look at Florida. This would be all food truck loans in Florida. So again, we're going to see now, once we start narrowing down by geography, what Huntington used to be the top bank, now they don't even show up in the top 10 list because that's outside of their area. So knowing where your business is going to be located, putting that into this filtering tool is going to make a huge difference in terms of allowing you to find and not spend a bunch of time trying to reach out to lenders that don't operate in your area. We'll just take one more look at a different state. Let's look at Texas just to see how this changes again, perhaps. So you see Wells Fargo and Lyft Fund showing up there in the top of the list. So anyway, you get the idea. You can really narrow down in a whole bunch of different ways and ultimately find the perfect lender for your specific location, stage of business, and industry. Now, if you found this to be helpful, one thing I would ask, our business, ProjectionHub, we help business owners create financial projections. And a lot of times for an SBA loan, you are going to need a set of financial projections. So we're going to put a link down in the description of the video below to our financial projection template for food trucks. And so if you found that to be helpful in your SBA loan application, we'd love to hear that. And we'd also love it if you would like this video and subscribe to our channels. We're going to be coming out with more hopefully useful and helpful SBA loan video content as we analyze and find more useful information with this SBA loan data. So with that, if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at support@projectionhub.com, and we'd be happy to help. Thanks.